So alright y'all, welcome to another Chris show. I'm gonna be on the record. For once, we are not gonna be discussing the coronavirus. Finally, there was enough news happened during the week that we're able to talk about some things to get away from that. Because y'all know we're in a pandemic, stuff's going on, we're all at home, stuck on either Twitter all day, Facebook all day, Snapchat, Instagram, some shape or form of social media. So, hey, everyone's there, some news is broken out, we got Instagram battles between legends. We had Mannie versus Storch. We also had Lil Jon versus TPain. I'm gonna give you guys a breakdown on that and how they went, which one was better, which one did people vibe more to, which one did I like, and who won and who lost in the end. So tune in for that. We also have NBA Youngboy, who's dating Yaya Mayweather. That's Floyd's daughter, if you don't know. So they've been together for a while, but as we all know, NBA Youngboy is a high-profile rapper, so chances are he's gonna have quite a few women around him. He apparently had one around him on Friday night. That's when Yaya came over, saw that she wasn't having it, apparently. She stabbed the girl, was arrested. NBA Youngboy posted the bail. But there's more to this story than that, and it's already juicy there. So be sure to tune into the Chris show. I'll give you more of what's going on. Let's just say Kodak and Floyd Mayweather's involved. And then lastly, Drake. He released a track last week, and it's called Tootsie Roll. And this is my first time really like debating or sitting on. You remember when we used to have ringtone rap and people just make songs that are gonna sell ringtones? Well, Drake has changed the game apparently. He's making TikTok rap so you can make some dances to it. I'm gonna dig deep into this song and I wanna know how you guys feel about the Drake song, and I'll tell you how I feel about it. So be sure to tune into the Chris show this week. Alright, so Instagram live battles. There was one with Jonta and Neo. That was before this other video, and I actually personally didn't get to watch it, so I'm not gonna comment or speak on stuff I really didn't watch. I don't like that. But I definitely did tune in to the two big ones this week, the Mannie versus Storch, and then TPain versus Lil Jon. And they were two complete different battles, and I'm gonna go into why. The Mannie and Storch, I say is too different because Mannie, you know, Cash Money. He make good hood records like Project Bitch, Shine, you know, House Real Big. Like Mannie Fresh, like he has a particular sound, and his sound is to the South. So anyone that grew up in the 2000s, of course you love Mannie Fresh, of course you love his beats, Back That Ass, so all these classics that he had. But Storch was a different type of producer. He was the guy that was producing top hits like Handy Shop and other things like that. But that's the kind of tricky part of this debate. Is the Instagram debates, is it who has better hits or who has better beats? Or who has the lasting effect? Because if it was who had better hits, then Storch won because all those songs were top fives or #1 on charts for weeks. But if we're talking about a lasting legacy, then I'm going with Mannie Fresh. I still bump his music to this day. It still has a lasting effect in the industry. Storch, he kind of came and he went. Like his music's good, don't get me wrong. He's definitely a legend. He's done many things. But his music doesn't stand the test of time like Mannie Fresh does. So in terms of the Instagram battle, Scott won. But who's a better producer in general? We all gonna probably vibe with Mannie. And then the other problem with their Instagram battle, like if you saw Jonta versus Neo, I saw some tidbits, some clips of it. They were feeding off each other. It was a good vibe. This one, where they were doing it, Mannie was dropping a hood song, and he would drop a Beyonce song. Like, it just was not going good back and forth. They were not vibing off each other. It clearly wasn't the best matchup. Mannie should have went to someone that was probably another big Southern producing rapper or something of the sort. Hey, maybe he should have went up against Lil Jon or something of the sort. Someone that's on his level, or not level per se, but someone that's under the same description or same beats, because they aren't even the same type of artists. So it's just like a bunch of divide, and people that only cared about mainstream were of course vibing with Scott, but people that love Cash Money and all what they about was vibing with Mannie. So I want to know what you guys had to feel about Instagram battle in the comments. Who do you think won? Do you think Mannie won? Do you think Scott won? And also, I also wanted to go on record, Mannie had a lot of skits. Some of them are a little offensive to Storch because he has a cocaine problem, if you didn't know, and he blew like 100 million. He brought that up. So some people thought Mannie was petty and foul for that. So let me know if you thought he was foul for that. But also let me know, who do you think won? let's talk about the other Instagram battle, TPain versus Lil Jon. First, I just want to say, these fools put on a show. Like, it was a turn up, it was good vibes, they were feeding off each other, it was hit after hit. Yes, they might have missed a few songs that they should have dropped earlier, or some songs they didn't play, but overall, it was great vibes. It was like, damn, we forgot how talented TPain really is. The dude's only 34. So when he was doing all that stuff in the 2000s, he was in his young 20s. And don't forget all the power Lil Jon has done. I feel like with Lil Jon, people have this like now negative image of him because of like Turned Down for What and Shots. You know, these songs that white people play at their turn-ups and do all that, but we as black people, we're not huge fans of them. But don't forget about the early 2000s. Don't forget about No Problem with Lil Scrappy. Don't forget about all the turn-up music this man has done in his time. Yes, he has some songs where we're just like, bruh, Turned Down for What? I'm leaving, you know. He has those, but don't forget, Lil Jon is a legend. And he still, that one, I was just amazed. Like, they did their thing. As far as who won, I'm probably gonna lean more toward Lil Jon. He definitely had more hits or more stuff I vibe to. But let's not act like TPain didn't have. I'm in love with his stripper, shouty, bartender, you know, it's just, yeah. I'm glad they're doing these Instagram live battles. While we're stuck at home, there's nothing better to do. You turn in late at night, you hear some songs you don't remember, you download them off your Apple Music or Spotify, add it to your playlist, and you're like, damn. I also wanted to say that TPain and Lil Jon's was way better than Mannie and Storch. You let me know in the comment section, do you agree with me or do you think that one was better? And also let me know, who do you think won, TPain or Lil Jon? But either way, it's been a good week as far as Instagram live battles. As long as it's someone that's interesting enough to the general public or me to watch, I'll tune in and give my thoughts on it. I want to hear what you guys have to say as well. Before I go deeper into it, let me just give you the rundown. Yaya Mayweather is Floyd's daughter. She's dating NBA Youngboy. If y'all know who NBA Youngboy, he's never broke again. He's like big on YouTube, like, you know, people under 21 really vibe to him. He makes music that the hood loves and all that, and he's big. But he also has like 4 kids. He also has herpes. He just has a history of someone, why would you even want to be involved with them? A normal person would be like, yeah, I'm good off you. But, you know, Yaya apparently, he must be doing something to her because he had a girl over his crib. She came over, saw it. They got in an altercation. She stabbed him. The police got called. He posted the bail. And then fast forward, Kodak, who is locked up in prison, wanted to take the chance to attack Youngboy for this and calling him, you know, I have his Instagram post, but a lot of people honestly can't read it or comprehend what Kodak's trying to say, so I'll decode it for you. Basically what he's trying to say is that he's getting snitch vibes from him. Why are you cooperating with the pigs? If you would cooperate with that, you would cooperate with other things in terms of snitching. He basically calling out his hood card over this. Kodak, you in prison. You just need to mind your business. I think you look stupid coming from this. Like, he wasn't an informant. I just feel like Kodak was trying to build something that really wasn't there. And then Youngboy, of course he was gonna respond back. And instead of talking about what he said, I'm gonna show you like the first 35 seconds of the video because that's mostly where all of it is in. So here we go.
From no motherfucking cell, nigga.
Addressing Kodak about all that and how you got me messed up, this is my wife. And then he said, fuck Floyd. That's where Youngboy is wildin'. You forget, this man's a professional boxer. He will whoop your ass. People try and downplay Floyd or downplay that because he's 5'8", but let's be real. He still is someone that clearly knows hands and knows what to do. That's not someone I would be saying fuck you to. So he bold for that. I would never do that, but I also see people trying to blame Floyd for his daughter making these bad decisions, but she's grown. There's only so much you could do as a parent before. How is it everything your fault? At some point it falls upon the kid, and if y'all can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. Yes, maybe Floyd didn't give her the best home training, but you can't blame anything and everything on the parent as well. There needs to be accountability. So let me know in the comment section, how do you guys feel about this whole Youngboy, Kodak, Yaya, and Floyd situation? Do you think One, everyone in this situation is probably a little bit dumb. Do you think Yaya's foul for going back to the man the day after being released for being stabbed and sleeping with him, or not sleeping with him, it's in the same home with him? How about Youngboy attacking Floyd? And Yaya not saying anything or sticking up. Do you think they have potential beef with Yaya and Floyd? And do you think Kodak is just bored in prison and that's why he's trying to start stuff and keep his name relevant? Like, how do you guys feel about this situation? Because me personally, I don't know. It's kind of just a weird situation. I feel like there's more into this that we need to know. And I guess we'll find out in due time. But as of now, I feel like everyone looks wrong in this situation. So I'd love to hear what y'all have to say. So with YouTube copyrights and all that, I'm actually going to play the Drake Tootsie Roll song. We all know Drake. You could hear the song anywhere. You probably already heard it on the radio. If not, been on TikTok. But Drake released this song called Tootsie Roll. And someone said it's the light-skinned niggas cha-cha slide. That had me weak. But I don't know. This is where I wanted kind of to talk or debate about it. We remember in the 2000s when there was ringtone rap, artists were just releasing songs particular to make it a ringtone to make money off of it. I feel like in 2020, this epidemic has came back, and this form is in the version of TikTok. And Drake, we all know Drake could do or say anything. Chances are it's going to be a #1 hit. That's just how his fans are. That's just what his reputation has earned him at this point. He knows how to make hits. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I first heard the song, I thought it was one of the worst things in the world. I was like, this man is talking about robbing, and he's doing a little slide at the end. Like, what is this guy talking about? But the more I heard it, the more I can understand. I'm like, maybe it's just not for me, or maybe, I don't know. It's just, it's weird. It was uncharted territory for me. And I felt like it was one of the first time I'm like, damn, this music's really not being made for me. There's nothing wrong with that, but this is where I get into it. When we were talking about those ringtone artists, it wasn't legends doing it. You didn't see Jay-Z doing ringtone rap. You didn't see Kanye doing ringtone rap. You know what I mean? It was not like that. So for someone that's going to be considered a GOAT or a legend, do you look at Drake differently for doing music like this, or the fact that he knows how to pander or be able to market for all types of platforms or avenues? You respect him. It's kind of, I see both sides. I see it where you're like, you're trying to compare this guy to Jay-Z and he's doing Tootsie Roll and all this. Nah, he ain't that. But I feel like Drake has always been more than just a rapper. He's been an artist, you know, Hotline Bling, he does R&B, he does all that. But where do we draw the line? Is this the line where you draw for Drake, or you're like, bro, can't support that shit, it's whack? Or you like, bro, I'm about to get me a TikTok and do that Tootsie Slide right now? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, but I will say the song has grown on me a little bit. Not enough that I'd be playing it by myself, but if it's on, someone played it, if I gave someone the aux cord and they played it, I wouldn't tell them to turn it off immediately like I thought so when it first came out. But we'll see. Drake has this effect of you think you hate a song and then you end up liking it a week or two later. So I wonder if that maybe happens. But yeah, let me hear what you guys have to say about this song, Tootsie Roll. So yeah, this is mainly what I wanted to talk about this week. I told you I was going to give you a coronavirus-free show. We've been talking about that for how long? Well, sometimes we just need to talk about other things to get our minds off of it. So yeah, remember what I told you to talk about? Instagram live battles, who won them? How do you feel about the vibes, or how do you judge them? Are you judging them off hits, or are you judging them off beats? So like, how are you doing it? Who do you think won? Also with the Youngboy Never Broke Again, is he foul for how he attacked Floyd? Is Kodak weird for attacking Youngboy while he's in prison? He should be worried about himself and not catching corona. And then Yaya, was she not raised right, or she just don't have no sense herself? How's that whole situation? And then lastly, this Tootsie Roll. You a fan of it? Are you not? Are you holding Drake liable as far as his legacy, or it just don't mean that much to you? Remember, I always post my shows Monday, noon Eastern times. I have started posting my gym videos Thursday, noon Eastern time, so you can see Chris twice a week. More content for you. Be sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell for all my videos. Like, comment, share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. This Chris, I'm out this motherfucker.